Wake up, Cinders! Does every day have to start with us having to wake you up personally? Rise and shine, sis. What is it? Oh, is it morning already? Someone had an eventful night. I've had the strangest dreams. At least I think it was a dream, or maybe... There's no time to discuss dreams, Cinders. We're leaving. What time is it? Time when only strumpets and their johns are up and about. Oh, wrong voice. I guess I should say that in her voice. Time when only strumpets and their johns are up and about. Sophia, that was vile. That was the truth. It's barely sunrise and I should be fast asleep. And don't expect me to prance like some deranged pony just because there's some big, ridiculous party coming up. Why did you have to get up then? What ridiculous? It's not ridiculous. I mean, there are preparations to be made and we should be taking them seriously. We had to get up an hour ago. We need to get those dresses correct and who knows how much time they will take. Oh yes, the grand ball. Come on, we need to go. Now. Yes, I'm coming. Cinders will be gone for the rest of the day. The house will be left under your supervision. Do you think you can manage that? Don't be tense. Of course you can manage. There are more well-oiled cogs in that pretty head than yours and mine combined. Or maybe just yours. Now, let's move. I can manage things for one day, Gloria. Don't worry. Alright, we're going then. Bye. Toodles. Have fun. Everybody's gone except me. Back to their important business, plots and grand balls. Why would I care about what I may want? It's just poor little Cinders, no one important. What could such a meek creature do but just sit and whine, and then comply? Well, not this time. Today is going to be different. It's the first day of the rest of my life, and it's high time I made some changes. I don't yet know how, but I'm going to that ball, and I'll make their jaws drop. When I get back, everything's going to be different. And up until now, I've only waited. Heaven knows what for. Complaining and whining don't get me far either. Also some surprise. So let's start acting reasonable. I have a name, and I will achieve it. I will make the changes happen. I need to show Hermosa, Gloria, and Sophia I can accomplish great things when I put my mind to it. It won't be easy, but let's face it, it would have no value if it was. I need a plan though, or at least a dress and a way to get into the ball. The rest I can just wing. Both Madame Cahid and that creature from the lake offer to help when I finally know what I want. I swear, it's like I have two fairy godmothers. Having help is a nice change though, sign the tables are already turning, so whose word should I trust? To whom would it be better to be indebted? Who's less likely to mess it up for me? Any deal you make with a fairy comes with a heavy price. And I didn't make the initial deal, but my mother did, so let's go talk to Madame Cahid. Plus, if we go up and go, hey, so fairy did this, and I picked you, she'd probably be like, no, fairy, go by. Have fun. Let's go, Madame Cahid. Plus, I feel like she would have an amazing dress. The fairies are like an abyss. You shouldn't stare into them too much, not to mention trusting them. How could I spend the rest of my life waiting for the price tag to appear on my happiness? I probably have to pay dearly. Once you leave your happiness to fate, you become a slave of it. You can easily turn at any moment. Cahid's ways may be morally gray and selfish, but at least she's straightforward about it. Life isn't always peachy, but she knows what she wants and how to get it, which is more than I've done up until now. But let's not be too hasty. I just remembered what the captain said about the father's last will. If it really exists and I could find it, then things could turn out quite interesting. And since Hermosa was so kind as to leave the house and her study unattended... Do it! Hermosa's room. This place is so creepy. Must be all this spite collected in the walls through the years. Being here makes me uneasy. I feel like she's going to jump out of the cupboard any time. I wonder what happened if she caught me. How far would she go? So far she's been very good with her scary words, but they were only words, nonetheless. Alright, let's have a look around. The place looks like a cell in a monastery. There were many more items here when Father was still alive. Like his favorite globe they used to teach me geography with. There are many countries in this world, Cinders. Some are completely unlike ours. I remember how surprised I was when I learned that there were a lot of kings and queens and princes and dukes and... castellans, I think? I used to fantasize about all those exotic archipelagos where people used to use magic to tame the ocean. Is that a true story or something you made up? Maybe a bit of both. But the globe's gone and so are my fantasies. It's incredible how empty this room is. People define themselves through objects that they surround themselves with. Most of it's an empty shell. Huh. Nothing on it so far. Alright, there's her desk, the most obvious place, so I doubt she had anything there. Papers, some old shopping lists, more papers. Oh, and a receipt for the ball dresses. She wasn't kidding, they were really expensive. I swear any time now I'm gonna find Kamosa's secret plans for world domination. What's this? I give, devise, and bequeath all the residue in my estate. Oop! All my estate. Hell take me, that's it. Looks like I was wrong. I can't believe it. It's father's last will. She really put it in her drawer? This is so awkward. Doesn't matter, let's have a look. I, the undersigned, declare, in the case of my death, my wife is to become... My wife. So Kamosa is the rightful owner of the house after all. Oh, good. Here's an interesting part. In case my wife is unable to perform her duties as the head of the house, all rights and residues are to be passed on to my prime daughter. This isn't clear enough. In case of father's death, the house is passed on to Kamosa. But should something happen to her, I'm the next in line. This is not as good as I hope, but can still turn out to be extremely useful. No need to linger. I better go before one of the servants see me snooping here and tells Kamosa. Time to go down. I wonder if Madame Key is at her store. Or at a store. I hope she isn't in trouble with the townsfolk again. That brazen simpleton! It's Kamosa. I better hide. A craftsman he calls himself, a man of trade. For up to me, he'd be out of business. Vulgar creation needs more time, my lady. Can't be done. Can't be done, my lady. Idiot. I need to find another tailor, a good one. How could he be so incompetent? He saw how important this is. He said he needed more time, but there's a whole night he could spend working on those corrections. People are so brazen these days. Or maybe they just have private lives with normal families. What was that? Oh, I was just cursing at the state of the modern society and how merchants, craftsmen, and all sorts of other people are just not what they used to be in the past. When they were all extremely skillful, cheap, humble, polite, dedicated to their work, and always eager to keep a lady in need. I really hope that wasn't irony, girl. You know how I don't. No, of course. Alright, it's clear. Looks like they weren't that lucky with their dresses in the end. Never mind that. I need to go to Gahid's. Hello? Are you here, Gahid? I need your help. I made up my mind, and I think I know what I must do. Hello, Cinder. Hello, Cinders. Please come down. There's no need to hurry so much. I was expecting you anyways. So good folk in town are right. You are a clairvoyant. Oh yes, my third eye pierces through veils of secrets and lies with the arcane blade of logic. Well, at least the townsfolk find it to be arcane. I know about the masquerade tomorrow, and I saw Kamosa scuttling through town. So what is it exactly you've made up your mind about, girl? So you know that Kamosa wants her daughters to attend the grand ball? She wants the event to raise the family status in the society. Yes, I have gathered as much. She also wants me to stay at home. She says we all have a part to play, and mine is to clean the house for future distinguished guests. This is not surprising. She knows you upstage your sisters with little trouble. Maybe she does. Doesn't matter. I just need to go. I need to get to the palace. I'm sick and tired of people telling me what to do all the time. I'm going to show Kamosa, Gloria, and everybody what I'm really made of. They aren't afraid of who I am or influence I can have on people. If they only knew what I'm capable of. I want to see their faces when the poor Cinders they thought they'd cage appears on the royal ball and steals their spotlight. Besides, there's only the beginning. After ball, my life is going to take a turn. Things will change. You sound very convinced. May I know how exactly are you going to make this change happen? Unlike all the other young girls unhappy with their lives. I sort of hope that you could help me with that, with the details. But basically I have two routes of action that I could take. I could try to escape town and start all over. I could try to take control of the house, or I can try to take control of the house from Kamosa's hands. Indeed you could, but why limit yourself? Why not become the queen? Yes, that's an option too. Since I'm going to the ball, I might as well win the prince's heart. I can see you smirking, but I assure you that I'm serious about all this. That you are. It's heartwarming to see you're so confident about your plans, Cinder. There is much of your mother in you. There were times when she was very determined to act against all odds as well. Is that how you see my situation? Am I throwing myself against the high tide? How I see your situation matters little, both to you and your situation. Points of view are nothing more than what they are. points from which things are seen, never the things themselves. It's always easier to learn about a point of view rather than a thing. More often than not, things remain secret. They are uncertain. For one thing is certain, choice. What is your goal? I told you I want to finally break free, Anne. Yes, and you gave me 3 possible routes how you can make that happen. But at this point, you aren't any better than the miller's daughter's bedtime dreams of becoming a circus acrobat. If you are serious about it, you need to decide what it is exactly that you want. And then maybe I can help you to form an actual plan. Huh, what I really want? I don't want to do the prince. That's too easy. Come on, why don't I don't really like the Cinderella story. We're taking the residence would be really interesting. And probably the one that would, in theory, benefit Sophia and Gloria? I think that one would, because we've had a pretty good relationship, and I'm pretty sure there'll probably be a choice that's like, hey, how do you want to treat your sisters? I don't want to treat them well. Or at least want to treat Sophia well. So we might be able to do that. Retake the residence. Or escape town. Escaping town would probably be the, hey, go with Peralt. And never go for straight up romance. Retake the residence. There's only one way for me to be happy. Being truly independent. And independence comes from status, prestige, and social standing. I learned that from Camosa herself. That's why I'm going to take her place. Only then can I turn my house into a place where I can live happily. A bold plan! How will you achieve this? I have a few aces up my sleeve. Camosa isn't exactly ideal of law-abiding citizen. There's more than one dirty spot on that slick picture she's trying to sell. And as it turns out, I know quite a lot about some of those spots. Possibly enough to have them investigated and have her arrested. I see. What did our dear noble Lady Camosa do to have this noose tied around her neck? Forgery of a royal document, and hiding her late husband's last will for starters. And I assume you can prove it. Camosa had invitations to the grand ball forged, so she should simply show them there should be proof enough. The last will I found myself this morning. Well, such a resourceful creature you are. Does it say you are the rightful owner? Unfortunately not, Camosa is, but I'm the next in line should something happen to her. So here being arrested would make you the lady of the house, according to this. Clever! You will have to deal with your family's tarnished reputation, though. Camosa's imprisonment is surely going to put a shadow over it. I'm prepared for that. As long as I head the family, I can slowly work on getting it back. You should take this to Captain Perrault, then. He will know what to do. I will. It looks like we have a plan, then. Which is much more than what you had when you came here. It's true, I think I know where I stand now, for the first time in a long time. Still, I just have to go to the ball first. But the way things are now, the ball is just a silly girl's dream. I don't even have a dress. Ha, and I'm going to surprise you here. That is the least of your troubles right now. I'll get you a dress, one of my old ones actually. I used to wear it when I was about your age, and believe me, I melted many hearts in it. I really don't know if... Oh, I'm sure you'll love it. Look at her outfit. She has to have a cool dress. I'll have it clean and ready for the ball. Just pay me a visit before you go to the palace and I'll give it to you. I should also be able to find some way to allow you inside the palace, so don't worry about it. I just need to pull some strings. Kahid, I'm really grateful for your help. I don't know what I would do without you. Don't mention it. I made a promise to your mother, remember? And a few words of advice and an old dress don't cost me that much. You might even say I managed to pay my debt cheaply. Cheaply? Well, I'm not about to leave this town and was afraid that you might come asking for something requiring an actual effort. Haha, Madam Keats, selfish as ever. Do I look like some magical helper from the enchanted realm to you? I'm no fairy godmother, Cinders. And you're very lucky I'm not one of the little folk. Now go, all set, you know what to do. But I saw it with my own eyes. It was evil, I tell you. Evil. How can you not believe me? Oh, woe is me. What did you say, Captain? You need to speak up. I said, please continue. Calm down. I am calm. She gazed at me with her evil eye and look, all I got is evil. A word. What other proof would one need, eh? Excuse me, Captain. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I need to speak to you. This sounds important. You need to excuse me, madame. I have to take care of this urgent matter. I shall investigate your complaint and take the necessary steps. Oh, all right, sure. As long as the one complaining is young and beautiful, it's always urgent. And I'd have to die a violent death to be that urgent. How fair is that, eh? I swear it's like my younger son says, screw the city guard. Thank you. You saved me from ignorance and absurdity. How can I ever repay you? Oh, I have a couple of ideas. However, all I need right now is to speak to you. I'm afraid that it isn't a simple matter either. I see. It's always a pleasure to speak to you regardless. I'm all ears. I came to talk to you about those forged invitations. It looks like Hermosa's going to commit the fraud. We need to stop her. Are you sure? That shade guy didn't seem too believable. By definition, he wasn't. She's been preparing herself and her daughters for the grand ball for a couple of days now. They're going. And I know for a fact they didn't get any invitations. Fair enough. It seems so unlikely for someone so honored to act so in such a way. This isn't her first crime, just the first that she's been caught at. It's time that she paid for all her dirty little tricks and games. Though I should mention that her daughters aren't aware of this. I hope it's going to be taken into account. I don't want them to be hurt. I need to point out that no one has been caught yet. Right now it's just your word against a noble's reputation. You would need solid proof if I'm to follow up on this. That should be easy. Just check their invitations at the ball. They'll give you all the proof you should need. So be it. Check the invitations closely. That puzzles me why you would want to hurt those close to you so badly. Close to me? You have no idea what you're talking about. She managed to fill me with so much disdain and dread. Nobody should have to suffer like I did. I'm afraid to explain. I'm afraid that she'll catch me speaking to you. Goodbye, Captain. Please, be careful for me at all. Check Melissa's invitation closely. I will. Sadly, I will. But even if what you say is true, what kind of person wants their family members in prison? Yep, that's what I expected to happen. Looks like Hermosa's still out. Good. I was honestly afraid I wouldn't be able to get back on time. Or worse, stumble upon them on the way home. Nobody should have to come home hoping to find all the people gone, praying to be left alone. Fortunately, with some luck, it's the last time I feel like this. Tomorrow everything's going to change, one way or the other. I wonder if I'm actually able to do what I'm fighting for. Can I run this house on my own? Seems easy when Hermosa does it. Yell at a few people, immediately some, be a bitch, and Bob's your uncle. Hope I won't become her. Hope I won't have to. Alright, enough of this. I need to get into my room, stay there as usual. When Hermosa comes back, I need to look like nothing's going on. And that is... Okay, I'm actually kind of amused. I was going to end it here. Let's do the scene. The garden looks odd in this pale moonlight. Everything is set for the ball. There's no living soul here except me. It seems so unreal. Just a few hours ago, it was full of servants, carefully setting every little piece of decoration. Now it's deserted as the preparations come to an end. Only the wind does not hesitate to run freely and ruffle everything. I have to say it feels unusual tonight, like a charge about to go off during the storm. This tension in the air almost feels tangible. Our court jester used to greet people, "May you live in boring times." This feels like a grim opposite. Almost like an omen of things to come, a sign of storm closing in. Interesting times. I wonder whether this has any chance of success. Can I commit to change and make it happen? Is this even possible? I've read the philosophers, but never seen it come true. Books and idolist theories are one thing, but people tend to resist change, even change for the better. Father didn't make it any easier for me. He was a good ruler, and he was remembered very fondly. Anything I do was seen as betraying his legacy. It would all be easier if he had a bloodthirsty tyrant. It would have all been easier if he had been a bloodthirsty tyrant. It feels like a storm is coming indeed. If anybody sees history may remember me as a renegade. Will any woman stand by me through this? Is this ball the best way to look for such a person? In the absence of better ideas or better judgment, I have made my decision, the best I could, and all there is to do is to see things through, and hope. Weather tonight really doesn't feel right. All the dogs in the kennel act as if possessed. I should get back to the palace. Let's hope for an interesting ball night and boring times. Nope. Let's end it here. So, I want to thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time, and I'll see you in the next video. Story seems to be getting interesting. I feel like we're very close to the climax, and I have no idea what's going to be happening, which is fascinating. So, I want to thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time. See you in the next video. Bye.